Now that you've found UBN Radio and discovered our quality talk shows, it's time to spread the word to friends, family, and the universe. 24 hours of music and talk. Radio without limits. That's why people keep coming back for more. That's UBNradio.com.
We gon' show you how we party. We gon' show you how we party. We gon' show you how we party. We gon' show you how we party.
I gotta give a shout out to everybody in VA right now, man. We keep it going. Pharrell, man. Pusha T, Malice. Hey, we in the building, Virginia. We out here, man. Virginia to LA, Virginia to Hollywood. Yeah, baby. VA 2 up, 2 down.
You guys are watching The Morning Score. Hello, Periscopers who've been with us all morning. We have Thomas Jones, as you guys know. Thomas Jones, running back, tech app developer, actor, guest in studio. The Morning Score, your top-of-day fix for professional and for college sports and for gaming. Periscopers, as always, we have to leave you, but go to ubnradio.com and tune into Channel 1. Erica Renee D. You can find me on Twitter at Erica Renee D and on Instagram, Trevor.
You can find me on the old Twitter at Trevor Anthony.
You guys can find me at IAMSTEFZ.
And the man with the plan, Thomas Jones. Where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Thomas Jones RB.
Okay, now guys, for those of you who are going to tell your friends to watch this show, make sure you tell them to download on iTunes, on Stitcher. This show will be live. This show is live, obviously, right now, but tomorrow it'll be on YouTube. So YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, follow us on The Morning Score Show on Instagram and on The Morning Score on Twitter. Thomas Q. Jones, the man who really does not need an introduction, but we're going to give him one anyway because he deserves it. Can we get another round of applause for Thomas Q. Jones? The Q stands for Quinn. Right, Quinn?
Sounded like a standing O.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah, that was great.
Standing O.
Great way to start my morning.
That's right. Now, we know him from a very memorable scene with Paul Giamatti in Straight Outta Compton. One of Suge Knight's goons.
Yeah,
Would I call you a goon?
Suge Knight's goon.
One of Suge Knight's goons.
Nice.
You had to go handle some business real quick.
as they do.
As the goons are known to do.
As they do.
The ladies know you from as Cuddy Buddy on Being Mary Jane, Gabrielle Union's love interest. Very sexy and naked in that show. We love it.
Wait, I missed that one.
Girl, you need to watch it.
No, you don't. You're good. You're good.
You need to watch it. Most recently, Born Again Virgin on TV One. You're the guest star as the irresistible commercial pilot, Vince. And also, you are a developer of the CastStar app. CastStar is a community for creatives, talents, artists, entrepreneurs, anyone in between, place where you can showcase your work. We first fell in love with you, obviously, from the NFL. Yes. You are one of the NFL's leading running backs. You hold, I'm assuming you hold records, or do you still hold records for different teams? Tell us about you.
I think you know what? I retired 3 years ago, and I'm pretty sure some of these younger guys have come along and smashed whatever records that I set. But I was fortunate enough to play a long time. I played 12 years in the NFL. Played for 5 different teams. Played in the Super Bowl 41 with the Bears. Bear down. Almost made it to the Super Bowl with the Jets.
Yeah.
Was a Pro Bowler.
Made my day.
Yeah, played in the Pro Bowl, which was a great experience, and rushed for over 10,000 yards. So I was fortunate. I had a great career. I played a long time, played in some great cities, made some great friends. And now I'm in L.A. I'm in Hollywood. I'm acting. I'm producing. I needed something totally different from football. When you play that long, give your life to something that long, it's very difficult to transition. It's very difficult to figure out what else you want to do. And I was kind of pushed into this industry, and now I'm here full tilt. I'm in Hollywood. I'm not Hollywood, but I'm in Hollywood.
Right. Don't lose it.
That's a good statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can never go Hollywood. I don't think my people back home where I'm from, I don't think they would allow me to. My town's 4,500 people, so they looking at me like, "Are you crazy?"
Right.
You're from Big Stone Gap, Virginia.
Big Stone.
Yeah.
Is it Big Stone or what is it?
Big Stone
Big
Gap,
Stone Gap,
Virginia.
That's good, though. That's good to have your family and friends who can smack you around if you start getting to that Hollywood factor, and they drop you back down to being Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've never. I think for me, when you grow up in an environment like that where it's very small and you don't really have access to a lot of things, you just learn how to be happy pretty much just with what you have. and I think for me, it's just the accomplishments and the journey of doing things that I didn't expect to do. I think that's where the joy comes, not in the rewards of it. I think those are things that just come with it. But to actually look back and say, wow, I came from this place and did this. I came from this place and did that. I think that's where where I get my happiness from anyway. So,
And you played with your brother.
yeah.
I mean, you guys were both in the league together. Like I have a brother, and we played
Kickball.
softball together.
Softball together.
And I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that was a great experience playing with him. And one of the records that we have, we're the first brothers in NFL history to rush for 1,000 yards in the same season.
Oh wow.
Oh,
That's cool.
Which was
That is
was cool, and it was a great experience. I played against him 4 times, I think, 4 times, twice on Thanksgiving Day.
Aw.
And,
does that
That's so
when
fun.
you play against him? Does it even register that you're playing your brother, or is it just
Oh, yeah.
business as usual?
No,
It
no.
does register.
Oh, yeah,
So
it's
you think
like-
like Serena and Venus when they're playing each other, they're like, "This is my sister."
It
am
tears
I-"
you apart.
Aw.
Especially in football, because Serena and Venus love each other, they're sisters, but they're hitting a ball back and forth. In football, I'm watching, and my brother could break his leg or get paralyzed,
right.
So it's a totally different experience. I would assume definitely playing football versus tennis, but. Yeah, I remember the first time we played each other on Thanksgiving Day. It was 2004, and this is rookie year.
That's awesome.
And we played at Dallas, and all week, everyone on the team is talking about what they're going to do to my brother, and they're all talking about what they're going to do to me. And I'm sitting there like, no, you're not, and we're playing a team. Like I wanted to win, but I wanted him to like have 300 yards at the same time.
Right.
So it was like weird. So that, usually when the defense is up, I would sit down as a running back. I'm going over looking at the pictures or going over whatever plays we need to do next series or whatever. The whole game I stood up every time he was up, and just watching.
Yeah.
And he literally destroyed us. He had like 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. He got like the turkey, the
Oh,
turd
the
game.
yeah,
Oh, the
Yeah.
turducken.
the golf.
So I was happy for him, but I was like a little embarrassed at the same time. I'm like, whoa, hold on a second. Like I'm older than you. I'm the one that's supposed to be
Right,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
But he ran through our defense like they weren't even out there. But it was just amazing. It was an amazing experience to watch that happen, especially, this is the Dallas Cowboys. This is national TV. We've watched Thanksgiving games our whole lives and dreamed of being on the screen and playing. And
for the both of you.
yeah, the Bears and the Cowboys
Wow.
are 2 of the most storied franchises in the NFL, and he gets the player of the game. And it was a great experience.
Who did the parents cheer for? And the sisters, the other siblings.
They had special
What do you do?
jerseys
Yeah, they
that were
did.
sewn down the middle, half and half.
They did. They had special jerseys made.
Did they really?
Yeah, they had special
Oh, well, there you
jerseys.
go.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do, man. That's what you gotta do.
Well, at least they had the same last name on the back.
That's
So
true.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
it easy.
Yeah,
that
it
was
does make it
cool.
easy.
So they were rooting for both of us, but they had split jerseys, and they did that when my brother played in Seattle as well. We have 4 different jerseys, I think, split jerseys.
Oh.
One's lime green, and I played against him when I was with the Jets. So
There you
it's
go.
white and lime green, and then the other one's orange, and Dallas Cowboys has the white with the stars on the sleeves. And yeah, it was a lot of fun for my family. A lot of fun.
It's gotta be.
It's crazy. What?
Yeah.
Now tell us a little bit about CASTAR. You told us about CASTAR offline on Periscope, so go back and watch the Periscope Twitter people and Periscopers. But tell us on live air, what is CASTAR? What is the need? Make us understand it. I have it on my phone, but I want to know how to use it.
Okay, CASTAR is social media. It's a lot of fun, right? Like you can use Twitter mainly for news, and you say what you want. You're watching a game, like catch the ball. It's what it's there for. It's there to express yourself. Instagram is usually recreational. You look at pictures, videos, you laugh, you at your friend did something that you thought was funny, or you post an inspirational quote, something. Which are great ways for you to connect and be social and meet new people. But there's really not, the purpose there is whatever purpose you make. Where CASTAR, the purpose here is to connect and network with people who are like-minded that want to accomplish things. So CASTAR is short for broadcaster. Basically, eventually, it will end up as a complete video content platform, because that's where everything's going. Everything's going viral. Videos are everything now. But it's a 2-sided app. So you sign in as a CASTAR. If you register, you can sign in as a CASTAR or a CAST. If you're a CASTAR, you're someone that wants to promote a job opportunity similar to like the Craigslist, promote an event, promote a party. You're promoting something that you need people for, whether you need people to attend, you need people to do a job for you, whatever it may be. So you would sign in as a cast star and you would upload information about your event, a picture of it, the address, how much it pays, all the requirements. If you're a cast, you sign in as a cast, and you show whatever it is that you bring to the table. So you would upload, as of right now, this is 1.0, Cast Star, the 1.0 build, you would upload 6 pictures, and you would upload endless information, as opposed to on certain platforms you only get maybe 140 characters,
Yeah.
or this
Right.
is more informational. Hey, this is who I am, this is my experience, this is what I do, this is what I bring to the table, and you get a 6-minute full screen video. So as opposed to being 15 seconds or 30 seconds, it's full screen. So if you're say someone uploads a gig, they're looking for an actor, certain ethnicity, whatever it may be, you could see that on your feed, on your timeline, and you would obviously upload your abilities, your pictures, your photo shoot pictures, and maybe you'd upload your acting reel.
Right.
So
I like it.
So what happens is you can submit to that gig, or you can suggest it to someone else. Maybe the gig's not for you. Maybe it's for your friend. You would suggest it to that person, almost like adding them, but you would suggest it to them, and then they would get a notification and they would see and say, "Hey, this is pretty cool." It
Right.
could be anything with a party, of an event, whatever it may be. But if you submit, then you hit submit. Then what happens is whoever uploaded the gig gets a notification. The notification says Thomas Q. Jones submitted to your event, to your gig. So what they can do is they can look at my portfolio, see my pictures, my information, my video, and if they like me, then they can connect with me and then immediately message me. And then that's pretty much how it works. People at this point right now, I think people they're happy with Instagram. I think it's fun. I'm on Instagram, on Twitter. But how can I earn money? How can I put these? I mean, you have models that have 500,000 followers, but they can't keep their lights on.
This
Right.
is true.
You know, it's
You
like-
Instagram models out there, you know who you are.
Yeah.
And
ain't
we want to
famous
help
just
them.
on Instagram.
We want to help those Instagram models keep their lights on.
This is
All
for
right.
you.
Yes, we do.
You know, we want them to have.
Was that the
extra money.
inspiration for the
Yeah,
app?
that was the complete inspiration. I'm in Miami, and I mean, there's a lot of Instagram models in Miami, and
Then you
There
just
you
roll
go.
by down the street, everybody's lights are off.
Yeah. I need to get
funny.
that turn the lights on in Miami. This is Miami, But but no, I mean, I think that people have all these huge networks, but it's hard for them to figure out how they can earn money through having all these people in their network. So we're just trying to kind of untangle it for them and help people earn money and connect with people who are there to make money. The new age kids, they're coming up. These kids are smart. These kids are talented. I mean, look at some of the videos and things they're making on Twitter and Instagram with minimal. You have 30 seconds or
Nothing,
15
yeah.
seconds. and
Vine
they're
is
getting
even
a message
smaller.
across.
6
Vine.
seconds on Vine. It's ridiculous.
I have a question though. So how do you? Okay, so go back to that model with her lights out that has 500,000 followers. Probably 300,000 of them, or at least there's a percent. I don't know what the exact percentage is, but there's a percentage of people's followers that are relevant. They don't they just follow. You know what I mean? Like it's not an interaction. So with some other platforms, you have to connect or you have to do this. Like, can anyone follow anyone? Like, what's that? Like, how do you connect? Like, do you have to have a certain amount of skills to connect with other people for this, or can anyone be friends or connect with anyone for this? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, instead of followers, you have an audience.
Okay,
I like that.
So
Very sophisticated.
I know. I like
well,
that too.
and we wanted to keep it within the world of glamour and celebrity, and make people feel important.
Right.
So the word follow, sometimes it's like, people don't want to be a follower. You'll have some people who may have, I don't know, 15,000 followers, and they only follow 100 because they want to be exclusive. Well, if you only follow 100 people, how do you expect to earn money? How do you expect to connect? How do you expect to, it's not real. You don't know these people personally. It's just, it's on your phone. They may as well be in your contacts in your phone.
I like that.
You don't know those people. How can you get to know them? How can you figure out how you can work together? So, I think that Castor is going to provide opportunities for people to really network and make sense out of why they have all these people. You know, a lot of those people are irrelevant, but regardless, I mean, they're still in your audience. They still want to see what you're doing. And also, we eliminated the whole followers and following thing. So whoever you follow and whoever follows you, the same number goes in your audience because people get insecure about
They
that.
do. You're right.
So we put everyone in
You're
your
right.
audience. So there are no, well, I have only 100 followers and 10,000. I have 10,000 followers and I only follow 100 people, so I'm better than you. No, you follow someone, they follow you. You're all in the same boat. Make some money. Go make some money. Go earn some money. Go connect with somebody. You know, turn these 500,000 followers into $500,000. I mean, that's kind of
That's
the
what I'm
new
talking
wave.
about.
That's kind of new wave in social media. I mean, it's the new wave, and with the updates that we have, this thing is real tech. You know, it's being coded offshore. This is an idea that I came up with, me and my friend Joel Robinson. We came up with this idea. He's from Virginia too. We came up with this idea on my couch last April, right before I moved out here, and it went from an idea to us drawing up wireframes. I didn't go to. My inspiration for this was a social networking movie. Like, you know, I never,
Right.
I didn't take computer science. You know, I was a psych major, but I used psychology to figure out an app that would help people, and what was next, what hasn't been done. A lot of people try to copy what's already been done. How do you expect to make billions of dollars when you've copied someone that already made billions of dollars off of that idea? What can you create that's new, that's going to help people? So we created this idea. Next thing you know, it went from being wireframes to finding a development company. And then I had to do a lot of research, and I kind of got obsessed with tech. I got obsessed with looking at TechCrunch and Wired and Mashable and looking at all the how to code and all these things. Like, it was just like, wow, this is a whole new world. And it helped me transition from football.
Right.
It helped me transition.
Speaking of being obsessed, I know Trevor's obsessed with you, and we're gonna move on to the sizzle in a second. But Trevor's obsessed with you.
I was like, whoa, that's.
I mean, it's okay. I think
I'm a big fan.
You're a big
yeah.
fan. Whatever.
Yeah. What big?
I had Thomas on my fantasy football team.
See,
man.
there you
I
go.
mean, you did go to the Jets, and I'm a Dolphins fan, so that hurt a little
Oh,
bit.
man.
But,
Hey,
but
man.
you were a Cardinal, you were a Bear, so I
Yeah.
forgive you.
I have a real quick question.
Offsets it, right?
Yeah.
I have a real quick question. Do you think that, you know how with an athlete, I feel like there's a certain level of born talent that you have? You know, like not everyone has the makeup to be a professional athlete. Do you feel like that's the same with being an entrepreneur, or do you feel like anyone can learn to be an entrepreneur? Like, obviously you have passion for business, you have business sense. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, is that something that's just in you, or how did...
I think there's a lot of factors. I think anyone can be. You know, when you're born, your brain is like a white sheet of paper. Unfortunately, some of the things we're taught aren't good, and some of our experiences kind of paint a picture that's not that pretty. But you know, if you're able to figure out that that's a picture that someone else painted and not you necessarily, then I think you can understand that anything that you want to accomplish, you can. Anything that you want to do, you can. The information's out there. People are doing new things every day that come out of different situations. I mean, I guess when people get famous, people don't realize what they did to get famous. They just know they're famous. They don't think about the work and who they were before and whether they were confident in the beginning or whether they messed up or made mistakes or failed. They don't think about those things. They just look and say, oh, this person has it made. Like, no one necessarily has it made. You know, even if you come from a family that has money, you know, you're still going to be looked at as a silver spoon. Even if you work hard,
That's true.
you're still going to be, you know, it's like me in Hollywood. People ask me all the time, how'd you get that role Straight Outta Compton? You know, as NFL, like, no, man. I went
But
on an
it helped.
audition. No, it didn't.
You
at
don't
all.
think it helped, Thomas?
No way. I mean, Ice Cube's son had an audition for like 3 years
you
or
want me
something
to you want me to
crazy.
explain why it didn't help?
Yeah.
Please correct me then, please.
Because when you see an artist or an athlete or someone acting, the first thing you say is they're trying to act now, right?
Yeah.
Not that they're acting. They're not trying to act. They are acting.
They're acting,
Because
yeah.
people compartmentalize you. They put you in a box because they put themselves in a box. Because they don't think that you can do more than one thing well. They think that, okay, you're an NFL player, you played 12 years. He's an NFL player, and now he's trying to act. No, I'm in the actor studio twice a week. I spend 7 hours a week in acting classes. I went in an audition, and there were 50, 60 big guys in that audition. It didn't help. F. Gary Gray had no clue. F. Gary Gray, the director of Straight Outta Compton, the way he found out I played football was because during the take and between takes, the crew were getting my autograph.
That's
That
funny.
happens to me at auditions all the time.
On set, I'm working with Paul Giamatti, and in between takes, they were changing the camera shots, camera angles, and the crew. One was a Patriots fan, was a Jets fan. Matt Alvarez, who was the assistant director, he's a Jets fan. They're all getting my autograph, and he comes over to me, pulls me to the side. I'm thinking he's going to say something about the last scene or give me a note, and he's like, "Who are you?" Like, I was like, "Well, I used to play football." He's like, "For who?" I was like, "The Jets," and he's like. He had because they don't have time. They have a project that they have to put out with the best actors. They have to put the best product out because someone's putting money behind this project. They don't have time to say, well, I'm going to put him in because he's a football player. If you suck, if you can't act, then you can't be in my project. It's Straight Outta Compton. This movie is the biggest biopic of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's making. I think it's going to end up making over $200
Oh,
million.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's on track, too.
Everyone in that movie had to be able to do what was needed for that movie to be successful. So no, it doesn't. Now, if you're talking about a web series or something that people are just kind of trying to throw together and they need somebody with 200,000 Instagram followers or something like that to promote it, yeah.
Totally.
But not like these major shows, Being Mary Jane. These shows, no, people live and die by these shows. They need these shows, and if the acting's bad and if the people can't come through, it's gonna hurt that show.
So I was just put in my place by Thomas Q. Jones.
No,
Okay.
you weren't putting your place.
In other words, you're wrong.
That's okay.
I'm
Oh,
right.
come on.
That's my jet.
She has you trying to make me feel bad.
That's my
She
jet.
has you trying to make me feel bad.
No.
We're gonna make Erica feel bad. Have you seen Straight Outta Compton
You
yet?
know, we're gonna move on to the next.
Oh no!
Have you seen it?
I'm out.
See, what had happened was.
Yeah, what had happened? Now let's talk about that.
What had
She's a
happened?
busy
Yeah,
woman.
let's talk about
Let's
that.
talk about that. Let's talk
You know,
about
this is-
that.
How have you not seen it?
This is all about Thomas today.
No.
It's all about Thomas.
Okay, let's get to me in about. I'll give you 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Explain yourself.
What had happened is life. Just life happens sometimes. Listen,
She was at home watching the pageant, though.
I was that did
Okay,
happen.
look. You know what? I'll give you an excuse. Okay, I know you're a Georgia Bulldog, and it's been on for the last couple of weeks, and I know
it's
she's
football
she's
season.
diehard Georgia Bulldog. So I'll give you an excuse.
There's no
man.
excuse. I'm going to go. Trevor made me promise I was going to go yesterday. Okay. Next
And you
time,
didn't go?
next time you guys see me, I will have a Straight Outta Compton essay.
Oh,
Yeah, we want to review.
Yes.
And I will add you on Twitter, Thomas.
Yes, I want
Okay.
to review.
I got you.
yeah,
You're two-stepping,
Of
Trevor. My
course.
bad.
Yeah,
My
we're,
bad. My
yeah, we're
bad.
excited to see it.
My
No,
bad,
no,
my
you'll
bad.
love it. You'll love it. It's a great movie.
It was
a great
awesome.
movie.
Yeah.
I was telling these guys one of my favorite things of that movie was being in the theater. It's jam packed, and when that music just goes, everybody's heads bob.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just cool. Like that was one of my favorite. I
Yeah.
mean, the movie's awesome, but
Yeah.
just seeing everybody, you're like, all right.
Cult classic.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
the kids that didn't grow up in that era, it just shows you how timeless that music was. The concert scenes, you just got chills, and the opening scene was when he climbed over the
Spoiler
roof.
alert.
You should have seen it by now, girl. I think everybody else in the world has seen it, except you. So you'll get
Travis,
your
have you
spoiler.
seen it?
I think it's number one in Australia, Ireland,
Yeah.
Germany, the UK.
Girl,
so,
you
Okay. I'm gonna
get
say
out
it.
of the
Jesus.
rock, the big rock gap.
The big
Big Stone Gap.
Through
Big
the big
Stone
stone gap.
Stone Gap.
You
Through
guys are
the
watching
big
the morning
stone
score.
gap.
Top of
Oh,
big things for
man.
professional and college sports and gaming. Thomas Q. Jones, retired NFLer, actor, tech developer, app developer. Moving on to the sizzle. Thomas, join us, me and Steph and Trevor, for a little bit of Philly talk. Ooh. Philadelphia. The Eagles, Chip Kelly, Sam Bradford have been on the hot seat this entire week. Chip Kelly was lauded an offensive genius at Oregon and now the newest offensive genius in the NFL. His offseason moves have seemed to be, so far, no good. I've been anti-Chip Kelly from the beginning. Trevor, have I not been? Kinda.
You've been
Okay.
anti,
Yeah.
and I've been pro.
I've been a little pro too.
We've been a little pro. So let's talk about where they went wrong. Can they right the ship? Let's hear.
I mean, a lot of people give him such a hard time with his off-season moves, but he got DeMarco Murray.
Who's
Which-
produced 11 yards.
who's been, it's been
11.
pretty bad.
My
but
fantasy
like,
running
1-1.
back, by
but
the
going
way.
into it, you're like DeMarco Murray, like that's a pretty good pick. Jeremy Maclin to me was the most surprising because right now they have a young receiver core.
Nelson Aguilar.
Nelson
Yeah.
Aguilar. They've got Jordan Matthews, who's a stud. Their tight ends. I mean, Ertz is supposed to be this guy that's supposed to be great, But I don't know. What I'm hearing about Bradford from other football players is that he's very timid.
And feel free to
Did
jump
you
in
watch the
comments
game?
and let us know if
Did
They-
you watch the
if
Eagles Dallas game?
It was ugly.
It was super.
Did you
ugly.
watch it?
And what's
Yeah.
crazy is though,
No.
No, I don't really. I watch college. I don't watch pro games anymore.
I need something.
I
Can
know-
I
I-
throw something in?
Listen, no, I
You
know
haven't
that-
seen Straight Outta Compton. He's okay.
Okay,
He
okay,
gets a
okay,
pass.
okay, okay,
He
okay.
gets a
But
freaking
Even.
but
pass.
you know, I mean, I know what's going on. You can't help it if you have a phone. So I mean, I think. First of all, people have to understand, like, this isn't college, man. This isn't
Thank you.
college. This is like the best chess players in the world. 32 are the best chess players in the world, and it's like a chess tournament. Okay, it's not college, man. It's not college. You can't just get back there and just. The best athletes don't matter. You know, the smartest guys don't matter. It's a combination of both in the NFL. And you can have all the players you want. DeMarco Murray, that's what he did last year. Okay? DeMarco Murray's on a new team. He has to get acclimated to the offensive line. He has to get acclimated to the offense. It's a totally different uniform, totally different locker room. There's a lot of things you have to adjust to. Yeah, people say he only has 11 yards. Okay, well, why does he only have 11 yards? If you watch his film, he has nowhere to run.
Yeah.
If you don't have anywhere to run, you can't get yards. You can't produce. Oh, well, he only has 11 yards and he had 18. Well, he had a great line last year. He had Des Bryant. He had Tony Romo. He had Jason Witten. You have all these guys
Separation.
around you. I mean, so they can't load up the box on you. I played in the NFL 12 years. I mean, I would say that probably out of those 12 years, I had a quarterback that had a pretty decent season, maybe once or twice.
Who?
I can't remember concussions. Like, just I don't know. No, I'm just joking.
That's not funny.
I know.
I was like, that.
I'm just joking.
I was like, man,
I say that a lot.
I was like, do you want a
I
hug?
say that
I'm
a
a
lot.
really
I say
good
that a lot
hugger.
because I do forget things a lot, and you know, instead of me just crying about it, sometimes I make a joke about it. I'm sorry for all those.
okay.
No, it's
Okay,
fine.
but anyway, just kind of
Yeah.
Hey,
No, but I think that's exactly what you're saying, and that's why a lot of people keep going back to Chip Kelly in Oregon because they had such a good run game. So they think that he will have it figured out to create those holes, to create that stuff for DeMarco Murray, and it's not happening.
Well, he's a different back.
Yeah.
too. He's a totally different back. You know, you have to understand certain
They just
backs,
collapse it all.
Well, certain backs run differently. You know, McCoy has a different running style than DeMarco Murray. Just like Emmitt Smith and Barry Sanders had different running styles. And, you know, me being a running back, I totally understand that. DeMarco Murray's a downhill guy. He's not really a shifty guy. He's not a make-you-miss guy. He's a downhill one-cut guy. LaShawn McCoy, that line was good for him because of his running style. He's not necessarily that type of back. You know, he's shifty. He's kind of unpredictable the way he runs. When you watch him on film, you never know where he's going to end up. Now, he might not have done well with Dallas's line if you're that kind of back. It just depends on how you fit the offense. So, I don't know. This is the NFL. It's week 2. I mean, there's a lot of teams that aren't doing well right now that'll just click and get it together. And then there are teams that are doing well right now that everyone's high on that, you know,
Jets.
they'll hit their peak and then they'll
Jets, like a plane crashing.
Oh, come on.
oh,
You
But
just can't handle it. You just can't handle that my Jets are good finally.
I love it for you.
You can't poke that many holes in it.
it's just crazy. I mean, like Tom said, it is only week 2. Like,
Yeah, it's
but that's the
no.
thing is like in the media, everything.
And
you're
we've
so
won-
high, so low, so high, so low. I mean, the way that the Eagles looked in week 1 against the Falcons in the second half, they looked amazing. And you got to remember, they're a field goal away from that win, and they're also a beautiful
fluke, yeah.
pass to their best receiver who he just dropped it.
Yeah.
He didn't get hit. He just dropped it for a first down. I mean, I think they'll right the ship. I think they'll figure things out. I think they'll probably start utilizing Darren Sproles a little bit more because
Yeah.
he does fit into that.
Yeah.
He's that
System.
shifty, great out of the backfield, little dump offs here and there. The weird thing to me with that offense is Sam Bradford. He's a pocket passer. He's not mobile. He's not that mobile. And that's what Chip Kelly's offenses need is a mobile quarterback. And he's not that guy. So we'll see. It's going to be crazy. It's week 2.
Yeah. Next week.
They've got the Jets coming up here in week 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
yeah. Where's that game? Is
New
it
York.
Oh, it's in New York. Okay.
Yeah. But in the same sense, like you have to understand the excitement of teams like the Jets. We've won half the amount of games we won last season. Happy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's true. You're right about that.
Like we literally have
Right.
like our statistics for the beginning of this year are almost better than all of last year, or all over the place. So it's like that's why everyone's excited.
Well,
and
and
we have a solid team.
And it was a huge win on
defense,
Monday night
yeah.
against the Colts.
Okay, so go ahead. Well, I
And
have,
I'm a Dolphins fan, and I'm saying that.
well, I have
Yeah,
a question.
London, baby.
Forgive me,
Thomas,
Maya.
Steph,
London, baby.
Trevor. The Colts are 0-2. The Eagles are 0-2. Can't belabor that point. Seahawks are 0-2. They just went to 2 back-to-back Super Bowls. Are these teams going to be able to right the ship, or are these 0-2 teams 0-2 because they have issues that won't be fixed in time for them to turn it around this season?
Well, oh no,
Go ahead.
No,
No, I mean, I
No.
think it's too early to say if they're going to right the ship or not. You know what I mean? Like, I
Right
feel
that
like there
ship.
are some issues that are like Andrew Luck. I don't know what happened to him. Like, I feel like he's not. I mean, even the coach was saying it's like he's not making some of the decisions that he's made so much in the past that like came second nature to him. Like he didn't like subconsciously he kind of knew like he's making mistakes. It's almost like his first season he didn't make all those rookie mistakes and he's like making some of them now. That's what I mean. So again, I don't think it's very early, but I mean I think it's too early. It's 2 games in. Anyone can turn anything around 2 games in.
Well,
There's
and Andrew-
nothing that's like, holy crap,
Yeah.
there's no fixing that. That team's screwed. Like, I don't feel that.
Well, one, they're in a terrible division with the Jags, the Titans.
Oh, the
I mean,
Titans and Texans.
the Texans, they'll still probably go undefeated in their division and go to the playoffs. Andrew Luck's always made mistakes. That's the thing, is they're just being spotlighted now that they're 0-2, but they were 0-2 last year as well.
Yeah, and they,
Right.
I'm not too worried about them. I mean, especially in that division. The Eagles, I'd be a little worried about 0-2. Seahawks, I don't know if you can really get
Cam
too
Chancellor.
worried. Cam Chancellor's coming back.
Coming
Yeah.
back.
I mean, that's crazy. And I'm kind of curious to get your thoughts on that, Thomas, since you played. But holdouts, like he held out for 2 games, and now he's just coming back. But the Seahawks, they don't have money to pay him. I mean, how does that, like in a locker room when a guy holds
Yeah.
out? Like, how is that with the players? Are you guys upset with
Are you
him? Do
angry?
you
Yeah.
understand because it's a business?
No, guys aren't upset with you. They understand it is a business first before football. The guy feels he deserves a certain amount of money based off of his work, and they haven't paid him. So yeah, it's just like anyone else that's not getting paid what they deserve. It's like, hey, I'm not gonna give you my services if I'm not getting paid for what I'm doing. So guys on the team they're not upset. I'm sure they'll be happy to have him back. They want to get back on track. They want to win. As far as the teams riding the ship, one thing you can never underestimate in the NFL is a pissed off team. When you lose a game or you lose a few games, pressure comes from up top. Everyone's getting literally, looked at through a microscope, from the coaches to the players. Jobs are on the line immediately. Guys are coming in. You could be warming up for practice and you see 3 or 4 guys stretching on the side of the other field. It could be for your position. They're going to figure out a way to fix it. And if they don't fix it that year, people are going to be gone. So you can't underestimate that. There's always motivation in the NFL for a team to turn it around, whether it's your personal job, whether it's a new contract, whatever it may be. There's always room, and it is week 2. It's very early, but I would be scared of the Colts. I would be scared of the Colts, and I would be scared of Philly. They have some great players there. They have some great players there.
I'm angry at Philly. I'm sorry.
I just look at it. It's a long season. You've got, unfortunately, injuries. You've got things that. Look at the Cowboys. These guys have lost. You never know what's going to happen in the NFL. So I wouldn't, at this point in the season, I wouldn't write anyone off yet.
Right.
Not even Chip Kelly and these what I think are irrational offseason moves. You wouldn't write him off. And
no, because those guys are still great players. They're great players. They're just not the players you're used to seeing in the Eagles uniform, but they're great players. They can catch the ball, they can run, they can tackle, they can do the exact same things. They just, as a team, they're not on the same page. But a team like Philly, if they ever get on the same page and get in a rhythm and get some confidence, I think they're a dangerous team. It's hard to play in Philly. It's a very tough place to play. I hated their playing there, probably worse than anywhere.
why'd you hate it?
The fans are just brutal. It's bad when they have like a jail in the stadium.
They'll throw snowballs at you.
What?
there is that's a tough place to play. Philly is is a tough place to play, and and Chip Kelly's is a really good coach. He's had a great history of winning, and they're not going to quit. It's week 2. It's week 2, man. I think the only time you can start writing teams out is when you start getting into, week 8, week 9, at the midway point where guys are either going to say, you know what, I'm just going to get my money and get out of here, or, guys are going to say, you know what, I'm going to tighten up because we got a shot here. It's a very, very unpredictable league, very unpredictable season. I've been through a lot of them where we started off horrible and ended up getting the playoffs, and then we started off great and didn't make it. Like when I was with the Jets that year, we won like 7 games in a row and didn't make it, didn't get in. Lost like 4 out of the last 5 games or something like that. Very unpredictable.
Steph, you had a question.
No, I just said it broke my heart.
Yeah, it broke mine too. Trust me.
I mean, it's tough. I'll tell you this. Like, I'm a diehard Dolphins fan, and 2 years ago, they go in and they beat New England. And all they have to do is beat the Bills or the Jets, both in Miami. And at that season, the Bills were terrible and the Jets were terrible. And the Dolphins lost both games. They just needed to win one of those games, and they go to the playoffs. And that's heartbreaking. But yeah,
and as a Jets
just
fan,
never
that totally made our season okay. That
Right,
we just
yeah.
screwed it up for you guys.
Well, plus it's the highest level of competition, so you have to understand. Records go out the window once you get on that field. But you get on that field, it's mano y mano. It's like, hey, especially for a team that's not in the playoffs, they're kind of like, you know what? Let's spoil your season.
right.
There's always motivation. Always, every time you step on that field, when the ball's kicked off, there's always motivation for you to win. Whether it's just the warrior inside of you to beat the man next to you, to the competitive nature you have, there's always some sort of high stakes motivation to win.
So you don't believe that some locker rooms get so discouraged and have such a lack of morale that in week 3 people are saying, oh, Chip Kelly made a bunch of offseason moves that didn't make sense. This has ruined our team. The culture of our team has therefore been diminished because of stupid offseason moves. You don't think those kinds of attitudes can happen in a player's? I shouldn't say do you think. Do you know from experience? Do those kind of attitudes happen this early in the season when you have someone like Chip Kelly? Because so many players like
You
Boyd,
hate him, don't you?
Well,
Hate
no,
Chip Kelly.
well, no, hold on.
You are
hold on,
so
hold on.
stuck.
But
She's like, Thomas, are you sure?
Are you sure?
Can I please get a soundbite of you saying that you hate the Eagles and Chip Kelly? Please. Can you tell me that their season is over?
I have a
Thomas,
soft
please.
spot. I have a soft spot for the Eagles. But like Boykin and other players have been so vocal this offseason about how they feel that Chip Kelly views them and perceives them. And I just wonder if that has trickled down to other players. And
Well, if you had a team full of rookies that didn't have any experience, maybe, but that's not the case. These guys know their ultimate goal is to win the Super Bowl, regardless of whether it's Chip Kelly or anyone else. And it's week 2. Those guys right now, they're trying to figure it out. They're watching film. What's today? Wednesday? Thursday?
Yeah, Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah,
Wednesday.
they're getting ready for the Jets this week.
Hope they don't figure it
They're-
out by
I
Sunday.
know you do.
They're like, listen, this is going to be our game. We play in New York. Every week is our week. This is our week.
Okay.
Every week is our week. They're thinking if we go to New York, knock them off their high horse. Now we're 1-2. This is what Philly's thinking. We're 1-2. We're
Yes,
going to get back to
Steph.
Philly, and we're going to get some momentum. And this week, I guarantee you, they're saying, DeMarco, we're going to get you the ball.
Please, he's my fantasy running back. Please,
They're out
Lord.
there.
Oh, they're
right,
gonna get shut
The
down.
line are doing extra blocking drills this week. They're probably doing 2 periods of 9-on-7 inside drill running, which is just in between the lines. It's straight. There's no outside runs. It's all in between the tackles. I mean, they're doing every single thing they can to become a tougher team. And they're going to come and they're going to fight on Sunday. They're not going to just come up there and lay down. So I know you have a soft spot.
I was soft spot for the Eagles. I'm upset with Chip
Um,
Kelly, but yeah, okay.
That's
They're
okay.
gonna
You can
fight.
just root for my Jets on Sunday.
I'm neutral. Neutral.
you can't be
Can we,
neutral.
can we talk a little college football? Oh,
Yeah,
Trevor,
real quick.
Go
though,
ahead. Go.
This is just
please.
one thing, and I hate talking Johnny football,
Oh my God.
but I
yes.
am stunned that he's getting benched.
But
They're going back to McCown.
They're going back to McCown.
And I can't believe it. It's like this is a Cleveland franchise that either you want Johnny Manziel to be your quarterback or you don't, because Josh McCown is not going to lead you to a Super Bowl. And I don't
I'll
know
tell
if
you
Johnny
this.
football is
I'll tell you
either.
this.
But
I was at the game. I was at opening day Jets game in New York 2 weeks ago, and when McCown got helicoptered and knocked the beep out, when Johnny Manziel came in, it was almost like everyone was more scared that he was in because you thought like he's just more of a loose cannon. He was
Yeah.
making plays, but he was like being wild, but he was making plays. So, and then when he actually played good and won last week, I'm kind of with you. I was like, give this kid a run, but in the same sense, I don't know. Maybe McCowan's more. I don't know.
This is what you have to
I'm kinda
understand
with you a bit.
about Manziel. I mean, first of all, he's a kid.
He's like,
Yeah.
You know, he
my
comes out
size.
of college early. It's not even his size, just his. I mean, the NFL is probably 80% mental. It's
Right.
if you come out as a kid, you won a Heisman Trophy as a sophomore or whatever, and you've got Drake and all these people that are fans, and I mean, you're a kid. You know, it's overwhelming. I mean, this kid this kid had to grow up a lot earlier than most people his age, and the NFL isn't just some. I mean, there's not too many guys that can just step right in at quarterback and become, you know, Super Bowl champions. It's very hard. You have to know the plays. You have to know the offense. You have to know the coverages. I mean, there are a lot of defensive coordinators and defensive players that have been in the league for a long time. And if you're on a team that hasn't really had that good of a record, you don't have a really good running game. I mean, yeah, there's going to be a lot more pressure on you to do well. You don't have the supporting cast. This kid's going to be a great quarterback. I was high on him in college. I was high on him when he was drafted. He has this weird ability to make plays, almost kind of like how Brett Favre did. You know, I played with Brett in New York. I played against Brett when I played for the Bears. This guy had no muscles. This guy was little. He's slim. Like you would think he's Brett Favre. You know, his name's big, but he's not big.
Yeah.
But the guy had a strong arm. He had a lot of heart. He made plays. And that's Manziel's in that same mold. I'm not saying he's going to be the next Brett Favre, but I am saying that he has that type of ability. That kid has something that you just can't really coach. You can't teach. So I think they're doing. I don't know why they would bench him. He's got some confidence.
Yeah.
They won.
Yeah.
Let the kid play you. He's a
Yeah.
first-round draft pick. He's going to be your future guy. Let him play. Let him play. Don't
Okay.
don't take him out now because that could make it worse. Let him play.
Right,
That's
because
what
then
I
you
was-
go back and forth, and you
You do
kill
go
his
back and forth,
confidence, and then
yeah.
McCowan comes in, he has a shitty game, and
Yeah.
then the fans get upset, then he gets upset, and you know, I would leave him in until he does something
Stupid.
quote
or,
unquote,
which
yeah.
he will. It's Johnny
Everyone
Manziel.
does something stupid.
Right,
though.
well, but at least
Stupid,
but
for-
at least
for
don't
lack
take
of
him out
lack
on
of better
a,
adjective. Stupid. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but at least don't take him out on a high note. You know what I mean? Like
No,
he
I
got
agree. I agree.
shoved into the Jets game, and then he started again. And he made a lot of adjustments from like the loose cannon he was game one.
Plus, you
Yeah.
have to play. You have to play to get experience.
Exactly.
You have to play. Like
That's
you could
true.
Peyton Manning's first couple years or first year, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, you have to play. You have to know what you did wrong. And I think when you're first round pick, like for me, my first couple years in Arizona were horrible. They were horrible. But I
But
was
you weren't
fortunate
the
enough-
quarterback, so
but-
all of it wasn't on your back though. So isn't it a
no,
little?
it was on my back
Okay.
because they expected me to come in because they had a quarterback. So they expected me to be the missing link. Okay, this guy's going to come in, rush for 1,600 yards, and he's going to take the pressure off Jake Plummer, and we're going to win, and we're going to go back to the playoffs and whatever. So it was tough for me. I mean, I was booed, and, you know, you go in the stadium and, you know, see all the signs. I go in the mall, and, you know, every single 26 jerseys is still on the rack. You know, like, I mean, I went through all of those things, you know, but those things made me stronger. I realized, hey, I have to get it together. And I think that's what Manziel did. He said, you know what, let me go to rehab. Let me get rid of all these demons. Let me get in the film room. Let me get in the weight room. Let me stay in the cold tubs. Let me do what I need to do. And I think the kid's ready to play.
You're empathetic. You're sweet. That's very
No,
nice.
I'm not. I'm honest because based off of experiences, this is, I mean, and I respect the fans' perspective. Just like anything else, you know, if you haven't done it, you're going to have your perspective.
In other
on
words,
it.
shut up, Steph Trevor.
No, not at all.
I agree with
There she
you.
goes putting words in my mouth. There
Yeah.
she goes putting words in my mouth. I respect you guys, and now I'm on your side. I retired I wouldn't have done this interview if I played. I would have been like, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. I wouldn't even come in here. But I'm on your side now. I'm like, I sit back like you guys now. Like, hey, I could watch a game with you guys and be like, yeah, that was stupid. I don't know what he was doing. That was stupid. But when you're in it, it's a totally different experience. It's like you're looking out the window, you know. But when you're out, like now, I see it the same way you guys do. I totally understand, and I understand your perspective a lot more now
Right.
that I'm out. And it took me a couple years to really figure it out. But I see why fans are the way they are. I get it.
We're psycho.
I get it. I totally understand.
well, and it's cool to actually talk to you now because you played to get your insight. because we don't know. And we were talking offline about Hard Knocks and
Oh, yeah.
like, hey, we see all this stuff from like, ooh, as fans, we're like, damn. But you're like, oh, that's like 2% of what goes on. So it's cool to kind of get a little sneak behind the curtain to really
Yeah.
see what's going on.
Well, it's just like us, as athletes, we think all reporters are out to get us. We think all media is out to get us, because that's just the environment that we're in, and it's always us against them because they need a story.
Yeah.
But that's not the case, because there are, I still talk to certain reporters that I thought were out to get me, and these reporters have written articles about me as an actor now.
Right.
So it's like, wow, that guy wasn't out to get me. It's all based off of your experience. And I mean, I don't know if I could do your job or your job or your job. I could probably sit back and watch. And of course I could say, she shouldn't have said that.
That was
She didn't say that. You
Right,
didn't say that.
right.
But until you
That's true.
until you go live and you're on the air and the pressure's on for you to turn it up and turn it on and be this. And if I haven't done that before, then I mean, you're gonna have a totally different experience than me. So
Right.
So, Trevor and Steph, do you guys have your celebrity 6 questions? I want us to each take a question.
Okay.
We
I'll
have.
go first.
Okay.
Do I have to go in order?
So, guys, we're with Thomas Q. Jones,
Celebrity
retired.
6
No,
questions.
yeah, don't. You can go. You can.
Because
Whatever.
there's some that I know you're gonna ask, and I'm not. Gonna.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You have your questions, the celebrity 6. Okay, guys. So
Jameis Winston or Marcus Mariota, and why?
oh
She picked the questions.
wow,
I'm just reading them.
Whatever.
you're tough. She's
I did.
tough. She's tough.
I would have. All my questions would have been about the Jets.
Man, Marcus Mariota or Jameis Winston. I think just with Marcus Mariota's record at Oregon and just kind of his demeanor, he seems a little more mature at this point in his career, and I think Jameis Winston is going to be a really good quarterback in this league. I think he's going to be a really good player, but I would have to go with Marcus Mariota. I think he's more mature at this point. I think his demeanor is what that team needed. Somebody's calm, cool, collected, and seems to be paying off. I know he had a really good first week, so I think he'll build on from that. So I would say Marcus Mariota right now.
All right, we'll from 2 Heisman winners.
Okay.
I know it's early once again, but let's break into college football. Who are your early Heisman front runners?
I really like the kid from LSU, Fournette kid.
Oh yeah. Leonard Fournette. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Beast.
really like him. I remember him coming out of high school, and they were really high on him because I keep up with high school and college more than the pros. I think it's just a lot more fun. It's a lot more natural and kind of pure at those levels. I think from the player's perspective, anyway. Not the colleges making a gazillion dollars off of us, but anyway, I think that kid is if he can stay healthy, that team's going to win. And I don't know. I don't see too many people tackling him. And I mean, this guy's doing this to good teams. I mean, he just literally destroyed Auburn in 3.5 quarters.
He did. It was ridiculous.
Oh
It was
man,
really bad.
Fournette is probably my front runner right now.
Okay.
12. He averaged 12 yards a carry.
That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah, and
The Eagles should take him.
See, the guy just led the league in rushing last year. You see how NFL fans are? This is a football player talking now.
I know, but it's just all fun.
That's
No, I
just
love it. I
funny.
love it. I love it. I love it. I'm a running back too, so I'm a
yeah.
little sensitive to that. 'cause
Yeah.
you're great.
Yeah, but you
They
you
got
did well
rid of
for us.
they got rid of me 4 times. I got traded
Dang
twice,
it.
and you know
Someone else just wanted you more.
Yeah. Hey, I never looked at it
got you.
like that.
I got you.
That's
I got
funny.
you.
Never looked at it like that.
Okay.
Glass half full.
I have another
There it is.
celebrity 6 question for you. Manscaped or Bush League?
You mean just the word?
Oh no, I mean, do you manscape or do you just go bushy?
Oh God.
This is getting personal.
Do I have to answer this one?
You
I would say
you
that
can be
I'm.
the fifth, but I mean,
I grew up with 5 sisters, so being well groomed was a must.
okay, so we can
So
draw on
I'll leave it
inferences.
at that.
Okay. People want to know.
People want to
People
know.
want to know. Okay, got that answer.
That was like Houdini in that one.
Yeah.
I snuck out of that one.
No one else, neither one of us were going to say that.
I wasn't gonna ask that
I was
question.
Hey, I gotta ask the tough questions.
You do. Are we doing more? Are we keeping go?
Yeah, yeah, do. Yeah, let's,
Okay.
let's finish the celebrities.
In the shower or car, what song do you sing the loudest? What's your jam?
Um,
And we would like one line sang right now, please.
Yes, please.
yeah. Shower the car. Oh my god.
Are you blushing?
No.
Shake it off.
No. And I think
Is it-
Taylor
is it
Swift's a
Bieber?
great artist. No way. Kid's obnoxious.
Who? Justin Bieber. Oh my God, yeah.
I think he has some really good music though.
What is
It's
it?
pretty
Which-
obnoxious.
What do you sing?
Charlie Wilson.
Okay, Uncle Charlie.
What would I do?
Let's
Let's
hear it.
let's hear a line.
Let me think.
This is tough.
I mean, I sing it in the shower.
No, come on,
so-
you got to do it.
But I don't sound like I do in the shower.
That's okay.
It's okay.
We're your
We'll
friends.
What would I do? I can't live without you. I can't live without you.
Yeah.
Jarvis, did you throw some reverb in there?
Yeah, man. Up over here, man. You got me sounding like Future.
That
that's
was
nice.
awesome.
Okay, okay.
I
I
want some
like it.
reverb all the time. No, just
I guess I'll do the last perverted one. Boxers, briefs, commando.
Briefs.
Okay,
Yeah,
Trevor.
I go briefs.
Briefs.
All right, so the final Celebrity 6. You get to choose 5 items on your plate, last meal. What are you eating?
Pancakes.
Ooh, I make really good pancakes.
Pancakes.
I do. It's my special.
The show is called The Morning Score, so anytime you want to bring in pancakes, Steph.
Yeah.
Crab legs.
Ooh. I told y'all about black people and crab legs.
I thought we were
That
supposed
is
to
a
eat
callback.
crab legs.
That is a great callback from like week
black
1.
people and crab legs. High five. I told you.
Crab legs.
Can we go? I want to experience this.
Crab legs.
Crab legs are so good.
Pancakes. Eggs. Scrambled with cheese. Toast. I'm sorry, English muffin. English
Oh,
muffin.
okay, nice.
That's 4, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
got one more.
Dulce de leche cheesecake.
Oh, nice.
Oh, look at that.
I like
Fancy.
that.
All right. I got the pancakes covered. You got
Okay.
the crab legs covered.
I got the crab legs.
You got the crab
Well,
legs.
having breakfast.
I'll bring some eggs and
and some
muffins.
English
some
muffins.
English muffins.
Yes. And the
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake.
Let's start by Cheesecake Factory and we'll be good.
Okay.
Do it.
Black people in Cheesecake Factory too.
Well, I see more white people than the black
I was
people.
gonna say fat
Really?
white people are Cheesecake
Really?
Factory.
I mean, maybe in the South. Maybe in the South. Guys,
You guys
we
have Cracker Barrel.
we do.
Cracker
I
Barrel.
love
Cracker Barrel is
Cracker
one of the
Barrel.
best restaurants
Oh,
ever
And
created.
the
God.
store, the country store.
God.
They got the best shit
Yeah,
ever.
I
yeah.
love that.
I
Cracker
have
Barrel.
so much stuff from that store.
That
Yeah.
is
You
hilarious.
just have a Cracker Barrel room in your.
I do. I'm.
Cracker Barrel, everyone's happy. I've never seen anyone angry in Cracker
They got the
Barrel.
rocking
Everyone's
chairs
smiling.
out front.
Yeah, even if you have to wait an hour, you sit in the
Like-
rocking chair chilling like.
Or you go buy some big candy,
Yeah.
like oversized Reese's peanut butter.
Guys,
cup.
that's our episode of the Morning Score. We flew
Wow.
through that. We'll get on Periscope for a little bit afterwards. The Morning Score, top of day fix. I can't talk. Top of morning fix for whatever. My name is Erica.
Top of the morning to you.
Yeah.
Top of the morning to you.
Erica Renee D on Twitter, Instagram. Trevor.
Hey, you can find me on Twitter at Trevor Anthony. I just want to give a big shout out to Yogi Berra.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Passed away today, one of the greatest baseball players of all time,
Go
who also
Yankees.
claimed so many phrases, but the one used by so many athletes, it's not over till it's over. R.I.P. Yogi Berra.
Jeff.
Peace. Rest in
You guys
peace.
can find me on all social media platforms at I am Steph Z with an F.
Thomas Jones.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Thomas Jones RB, and you can also check my website, thomasjonesrb.com.
And we'll have to have you back because we have so much more to talk about. And
Yeah,
we didn't,
definitely.
We ran out
This
of
is
time.
listen. I love it. This is a great way to start my morning. You guys got me now. Whoever I bump into the rest of the day, they need to look out because now I'm wired.
Now you're ready.
They
Yeah.
got me ready to go. Yeah, I'm ready to go. Thank you so much. It's so much fun.
Thanks for coming.
Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for having me. Also, download Caster. It's free on iPhone, Android, and Windows. Download Caster. I think you'll really like it, enjoy it. I'm also working on a football documentary. The teaser's online. It's on YouTube. It's called The NFL, The Gift or the Curse. Talks about a lot of the issues that we go through as football players from the player's perspective. I'm working on that now. I think it's going to be something really big. Also, just, check my social media. I keep posting everything I'm working on. I appreciate all the fans, everyone that supported me. Jets fans, Bear Down. I got the Jets and Bears. Chiefs fans. I still follow the Chiefs, the Cardinals, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lovey's there now. Yeah, man. I want to give everybody a big thank you for supporting me over my career and then now supporting me as an actor. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on. Until
coming.
next time, guys.
Yes.
The Morning Score. See you next time.
We gon' show you how we party. We gon' show you how we party. We gon' show you how we party. We gon' show you how we party.
I fiend for all beats like girls jump for dicks. Don't salt the next